Alright, hi and welcome to another installment of Math Basics, Mr. Besh. Today we're going to use our prior knowledge and skill to solve geometric applications by working backwards. Now this is going to be my first of the installments here because I feel that this is the key to student development in the topic of geometry. Now I got two example problems we're going to work through today. Here is the first. What is the perimeter of a square with area 64 centimeters squared? Well, what I always tell my students all the time is there are two essential questions you have to ask yourself for each and every single word problem you solve, especially in geometry. First question, what do they want from us? And in this situation, they want the perimeter of a square. So then I think, okay, how do I find the perimeter of a square? I need to know one of its sides. I got to add up all four of its sides. It's a square, all the sides are the same. So then I get a gist of what they want from us. The second question I need to know is what do we know? What do we know in the problem? Well, the first thing that we know is it's a square. If they don't give us a picture, I make sure that I jot one down myself. Notice the slashes on each side of the square symbolizing the fact that all four sides are congruent. The other piece of information that they gave us was the fact that the area of the square was 64 centimeters squared, and from our notes, the area of a square is found by taking a side times a side. So then when I take a little bit of time and digest here, what number multiplied by itself makes 64? Now this one was an easy one, but if the number that's here, if the area is a number that you're not sure about, you can simply just take the square root of that. So now I know 8 times 8 makes 64, so one side of my square is going to be 8. That means when I put them all the way around my square to find my perimeter, I simply take the 8s and add them up 4 times, or 8 times 4 will give me my answer and perimeter I'm looking for, which is 32 centimeters. Now that was my first of the examples. The second one I want to look at is what is the base of a triangle with height of 8 inches and area of 48 inches squared? Okay, well, first question. What do they want from us? In this question, they want the base of a triangle. So, then I move to my second part, okay, the base of a triangle. What do we know? All right, well, this is what I know. I know I got a triangle. I know that my triangle has an area that's 48 inches squared. I know that the height of my triangle is 8 inches. I also know from my notes and formula sheet that the area of a triangle is a two-step process where we take our base times the height, and then last but not least we divide by 2. So it kind of looks like this. The base of the triangle times the height of the triangle divided by 2 equals the area, which was 48. Now, to solve this math problem, to find the missing piece, which is the base, what I have to do is work my way backwards. Go where I end. Start with the area, 48, and now work our way down here towards the left. First step is where I see the divided by 2, do the opposites. What's the opposite of dividing by 2? 48, the opposite of dividing by 2 is multiplying by 2. 48 times 2 gives me 96. Then, keep going. It says multiply by h. What's the opposite of multiplying by the height? Dividing by the height. So then I take my 96 and I divide this value by 8, and then as a result, what I end up getting is that my base value is going to be 12. Now remember, please, check your work. Take the math formula all over again and do it. Take the base, then times the height. So then 12 times 8 will give us 96. Then take our 96 value and then divide this by 2. And then as a result, we get 48 and my area checks. So now this is how you solve and find a missing base or height of a triangle when you know the area. And this was my first installment of working our way backwards with geometry applications. I hope, ladies and gentlemen, you found this both helpful and informative.